This is Gabriel Power here. So this is my career story, how I got into GUI and got placed into a IT company for a guy who has non-IT background degree. So I got graduated in the field of Bachelor's of Commerce from Gulbarga University, which is in Gulbarga in state called Karnataka. So basically, after my graduation, I got into CCNA from Cisco Academy and AWS Cloud Practitioner and Solution Architect Associate from AWS Academy and globally certified. Later, I wanted to update more and learn more. I wanted to grow more into this technology and got want to be get placed in a good company with a decent package and start my career. So I started browsing. Later, I got a link for GUI and I got into the company details and got to learn it is a IIT incubated company which is training and giving 100% placement assistance. So I was curious and got into contact with them, had a talk, and they said, "Why don't you attend a pre-boot session and later you decide if you want to join or not?" And the amount was the amount which we are paying for the pre-boot session was refundable too. I thought like let's join and join. When I joined, I came to know lot, like seriously lot about. Like I had no idea how DevOps works, AWS DevOps, and later when I got to know like how SDLC and DevOps like cycle is totally different and how DevOps like cycle make it easier and we can deliver to the customer as soon as possible in a short time. So I was more curious. So I wanted to join AWS DevOps course and I wanted to get since there was 100% placement assistance, I wanted to get a job as soon as possible. So I got into the program and I was so much stressed that thinking that it would be so hard. How could I grasp everything? How could I pursue in this way? Will I be will is this possible? Can I do it? I had some own doubts, but later when I got into session and started learning GUI taught us from basics. It is not like suddenly you will be given everything. No, you were taught with basics and everything. And my mentor was Sanjay, and I got some tech. Even if you have technical assistant, I was technically guided with Jay Murugan, and there were multiple mentors for guidance like Yasmin, Divya, and for technical assistant. If you had any query, when you raise a query, Jay Murugan and Shaila, these people were all guiding us, attending us, and our mentor taught us pretty well, starting with the basics and everything, Linux, Bash, and we got to know how automation is done and what all tools are the DevOps tools and how Docker containers are so work and everything, what is version control, how GitHub is useful, how to use it. So you learn a lot from DevOps and later after not even that in for every week there was a task like real time task where we used to use AWS technology using EC2 like hosting EC2 with the different flavors of Linux AMIs, and we used to work a lot. We used to get a task when we even MCQ tasks where it would be helpful for interviews. So every task there would be a capstone project at the end. We have if you complete that you are done, because the main thing is the everything in the course is covered in the capstone project, that if you complete that, so you're definitely done with the AWS course, because that's the main thing, like everything covering the entire course. So you will get assistance, proper assistance, guidance. If you have a single, even if you have a doubt, if you raise a query in the portal, they will help you instantly. Every query will be resolved instantly. So I got a good experience with GUI. So belonging from a non-IT background, I got placed in a good company with a decent package. So that is a great thing for me. So I hope GUI will be helping a lot of people with non-IT background or who has experience and want to change the domain, and who are freshers who wanted to have job as soon as possible and start their career. So GUI is a great place, and it is a IIT Madras incubated company. So that is a great thing, great place to learn, and it is a great opportunity. So you should be willing to be hardworking and you should be patient, because My personal experience, even in the hard times where recession was going, GUI gave it best.